Well, it was simply remarkable. For only the third time in history, the Dow Jones Industrial Average climbs off the canvas like a world heavyweight champ, down 500 points, not only to finish higher, but to flourish into the finish. 740-point reversal, which underscores my main assessment of these wild gyrations that have plagued our market now for a little more than 2 months. I honestly think that the folks that pull the strings and somehow trip these programs have been trying to shake out the weak brothers and sisters while also trying to push the White House around. There was more than to the session, by the way, than hysteria over trade. In fact, real news that impacts real lives was real good. ADP jobs report blew away consensus, and February's tally was revised even higher. We're talking 241,000 jobs last month. The ADP report comes in well above consensus, and we saw strong results in key occupations. In fact, the fifth consecutive month of 200,000 plus employment gains. And then there's the stock of the day. Lennar up 10%. Posted strong financial results, beat great upside guidance going into the spring selling season. It looks really good. Joining me now to discuss, Mark Rosenberg, CEO and co-founder of GeoQuant and Columbia University International Public Affairs professor. Ryan Payne, president of Payne Capital Management, my brother from another mother. And Kevin Kelly is with us as Ray. Hey, Ryan, I got to start with you. I mean, what did you make of this market? I never believed we were going to stay down, but I was somewhat shocked at just how powerful the intraday rally was.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that we've had a lot of fear about trade wars, but we see the same thing over and over again. Every time you get this panic about trade wars, market sells off and then it rallies. So it just, reminds us, I think this is all noise in one of the biggest bull markets of all time.
Professor?
I think what you've got here, the name of the game is volatility, and I think what you have here is market volatility matching political volatility. So I think these kinds of political shocks will continue to come. They've been a long time coming. In fact, we were on here on this very network making the case in February that while economic fundamentals are strong and some financial fundamentals are strong, political fundamentals in this country are weak
and uncertain. Should headlines, though, should political scuttlebutt, and speculation have this type of impact on the market, though?
Well, sure, because there's high uncertainty, right? I think if the noise was noise, it would be placed in an environment where folks had a good sense of what was going to happen, and they were just treating this as headlines. But I think because the market doesn't know what's going to happen coming forward, then headlines are going to trigger volatility.
And so what do you make of it then as a professional investor, and you help a lot of people, Kevin? You ride these out or you try to be opportunistic? Because obviously somebody sold on this dip today. Someone sold, and they might regret it a week from now or a year from now.
I think they probably will regret it. And one of the things I would actually take the counter argument that there's always political volatility. And I think if you look over the last 5 years, the VIX, which is the uncertainty index, some people call it the fear index, averaged 14.5. This year we're averaging 17. We're reverting the mean. The Federal Reserve is actually going to be increasing the rates this year, right? So I think the market's trying to digest that. They're trying to digest uncertainty when it comes to also the political realm, but I don't think it's just solely that. So I think people need to take advantage of opportunities. You mentioned Lennar, another tangential way to play that. Home Depot, think about that. They're going to be increasing their buybacks or increasing their dividend. They're actually not threatened by Amazon, right? You can't ship a 2x4. Also regulation in that space. Paint is regulated. You can't ship paint. So think about it. You want to get into good names that know how to execute.
All right. Sherwin-Williams, by the way, today, your point, was the #1 performer among consumer staples. So, Ryan, Friday, we got the big jobs report. How do you handicap? Are we hoping for good news, and will good news be good news?
Well, I think that's the thing. In a bull market, all the surprises are in the positive. So when you look at the fundamentals that really drive the market, like earnings and looking at the jobs report, all that stuff is going to be positive, and that's why this is a gift from the gods, Charles. Get the market to pull back like this. We haven't had that many corrections in this bull market. You have to take advantage of it.
Yeah, I agree with that assessment. I would just say the political developments are going to be negative, right? We have a high degree of political uncertainty in this country, unprecedented in at least recent history. And so to the extent that...
Could that set up, though, an elastic situation so that it's whatever degree it holds us back, if it's resolved positively, we cut a deal with China, we cut a deal with North Korea, then we can sort of get that could that actually also be a catalyst down the road?
It could, and I think on that front, I think a lot of the noise right now is posturing, is a negotiating tactic, and there will eventually be some kind of agreement.
All right.
But the flow of news that's going to come on the political realm is going to continue to be negative.
So bullish, question mark.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thank you all very much. Appreciate it.